I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom.
Govanhill Housing Association is a community-controlled housing association, community-controlled and owned. And over the last 38 years, it's improved over 2,600 flats in the area. We've spent £14 million over the last year, which is really significant in times like these. 8 million of that money has been spent on backcourt work and also day-to-day maintenance work along with major repairs. So we've been doing roofing work, electrical renewal, we've been putting new kitchen units in, new bathrooms into properties.
When the Glasgow Housing Association took over the council houses there, they also took over the residents' associations.
We wanted to keep a local influence in Marylee, so we looked around the organisations, other housing organisations, approached Govanhill Housing Organisation, which has an ethos of community involvement, and they accepted us.
They've been a great asset to Govanhill, and I think we've helped them to continue in the way that they wanted to go.
People really wanted to make sure that even although we were part of Govanhill Housing Association, which is a distance from us, that we would still have a local office, a local influence here. There would be community input. Although we are part of the organisation, we would still keep our own identity really. And so far, this is what's happened.
The biggest impact I think we've had as far as housing in Marylee is the old school was demolished and a new one built, and the council offered us the land to build houses to rehouse some of the people who were being moved from the old flats at Pollokshaws. I think it's quite a wonderful development. It's almost like a village green. The entrance to this little enclave, if you like, is a round house, which is quite impressive. When they were opened up, I think the people who were moving in were absolutely delighted with them.
The key issues for Govanhill really are to provide safe, warm, affordable housing, to improve the health of the population and to provide employment. And I think those three key areas are the most important things for people and their children to make a better future.
You lived in Govanhill then, it was posh, but it's not posh anymore. The houses were lovely and they were well looked after. There was teachers, there was doctors in all these houses. When we were in Alison Street, we moved over there at first. I thought we were in the country, it was so quiet.
When I first moved here, 1979, a lot of houses were outside toilets, wee room and kitchens. Damp properties, no central heating.
When I came here at first in 1986, it was a much older population and everybody respected everybody else. The children had a great life. They really enjoyed being able to go around, being secure, free.
I was so scared because it was something new for me, and without language it was terrible.
I didn't know any English and it felt quite lonely and nobody would understand me.
That was absolutely fresh start, new people, new friends, new job, new opportunities.
I'm living to Glasgow for 7.5 years. My country no have a job before, nothing. When I coming here, I have a food, job, everything. My children, because have a chance for school, because it's school for free.
I don't feel really safe sometimes in Govanhill, especially when I'm in the park and sometimes when I'm in the big park, and there's a lot of teenagers there. They can annoy you and be bad and all that.
I like living in Govanhill because where I live it's very peaceful and the park's right close to me.
I don't like living in Govanhill because it's terrible and everyone keeps on bullying you, and then there's people getting robbed, there's people getting shot.
When I come home, I feel good after school and stuff. I love my mum because she's my mum.
They mean a lot to me, mostly because I don't know what I would do without them. Because I know that I've got someone there that if I was upset, they'd be there for me.
We're still a very close-knit family and we see a lot of each other. I think that's why they're my life.
It means a lot because there's people inside that care about you
and love you and would do anything for you. It's my dad. He's awesome. He's the best dad in the world.
I'm so happy be mom, and I'm so happy boys is healthy. We are happy family.
My family means more than myself. My family means my whole world to me, my whole imagination, everything that I ever want, anything that I ever wanted would be them only.
Home to me means a safe place where you live with your family, where you're happy together or unhappy or have your problems together.
Got offered a flat in Govanhill where I still live today, 16 years later. I love my little flat. I love living in Govanhill. I'm very lucky. I've been blessed by good neighbours. I've got a good secure roof over my head. My house is in good shape and I'm glad now to be a tenant of Govanhill Housing Association.
Being a single mother, it's hard, but it's joyful at the same time. There's no other love than your child's love.
Being a dad is an absolutely fantastic thing. Changed me, changed my attitude, everything's changed. Changed my sleep hours. From beginning to the end, it's changed my life absolutely.
I get annoyed with him and I fight with him and I argue with him. But in saying that, I would hate to be without him.
She's very thoughtful on different things like that.
What we have to do is look at people's disabilities, look to see where we can improve it to keep people living in the community.
It became that I was basically just being a carer and we didn't have that mother-daughter relationship any longer. You're grieving before the person's actually passed away because it's the person's mind that's went, and you go through every emotion possible: sadness, anger, frustration.
My husband died 3 years after I came to live in Merrily in 1989. Aaron was then 23 years of age. That's my eldest son who has learning difficulties. It was extremely difficult for me because Aaron could not understand what was going on. It was such a hard time because he vented all his anger at his dad's death on me. It made life very, very difficult for my other children, Paul and Marion.
We have some wheelchair houses that are in tenemental properties, but they're on the ground floor. They've been adapted for those people's needs, like say wider doors, walk-in showers, lower units.
I can't wait for the Paralympics to come because I want my daughters to watch and know that there's a bigger world out there and disability is not an issue anymore.
I feel as if I've lost my best friend.
Yeah.
You, silly. We were very, very close as mother and daughter, and now sometimes she doesn't even remember my name.
People would stare at him. Some people would make nasty remarks. Unfortunately, people who are slightly different are regarded as something peculiar. He doesn't really go out on his own. He can't travel on his own. He can't safely go out.
I just hope for them to get a better life than I have, and hopefully the disability won't affect them in any way.
People have been very supportive since I've come back onto the committee. The staff have been very supportive. The association as a whole is very aware of these problems in the community and is trying to encourage organisations to work in Govanhill with people who are vulnerable or who need help.
Development Trust is actually doing a backcourt initiative. There was money given from the government, over £1 million, and that's created employment for people that live in the community.
To me, having a job is everything, you know. You need the money to do things in life. You know, money's not everything, but you know, it helps to have some. Also, you're working, you're in an environment, you're meeting new people.
I have a wages for money. When I come here, I have for money because my children don't have a food before.
Maybe there wasn't something less about, you know, you might choose a different track, a route, you know, and could go downhill.
Well, it's made me a better person, I would say.
They helped change my life in a way by, you know, give me the chance to volunteer and give me the chance at a job. Great Gardens used to come to Holyrood Secondary School where I used to be a pupil, and they used to do the garden in the grounds, and that's sort of how I heard about them. I never really went to school, so Great Gardens was sort of like a second place for me to go to. I managed to get two days a week, you know, volunteering with them. It did settle me down, you know. I actually started enjoying school more.
Coming from a volunteer and finally getting the job, that was good enough for me so far. But if I can get my foot in the door, I'd like to go a wee bit higher.
The Scottish Government have provided us with another £1 million over the next couple of years to continue the work, and that will provide training opportunities for young people in the area, both newcomers and people that have been here for a while.
I ended up having problems with my neighbour. He kept banging doors, peeing in the clothes, giving me racial abuse. That was sorted because I got the police involved. I never had any problems after that.
There's not that same bigotry here now as there was when I come here at first.
Merge, meaning merging together, communities mean merging together, ethnic minorities, different cultures, different, like Syrians, Iranians, Iraqis, Pakistanis, Indians, blacks. You know, we would like Polish and Slovakian people to come to the group because that way we can get to know these people and understand their cultures.
People say to you, why didn't you go back to your own country? When they knew you were Irish and they knew you were a Catholic, they were pretty rough. And factories and things like that did not employ Catholics.
I'm very passionate about the hub. I think it's one of the best things that the Development Trust has enabled in the last 2 or 3 years. We decided that we would try here and get all the agencies together, community safety, health, social work, Glasgow regeneration areas, all these people, we invited them to come and meet in our building, and they meet once a day for an hour in the morning, so that if any problem arises in the community, all the agencies are there, they can deal with it immediately and help the people involved. A lot of people were actually afraid to approach authorities with their problems. If they're coming into the housing association, nobody knows what they're there for. It could be housing, it could be anything.
I think it's a shame that a lot of work and a lot of investment's getting put in the area and people aren't treating it and wanting to maintain the standards that the initiative are trying to put in place.
There's not litter everywhere, but there is quite a lot on. There is quite a lot of it. I don't like litter. No one really likes litter.
They don't understand the difference between the recycling bin and the normal bins, and they just leave a lot of rubbish lying about.
Govanhill's a really rich and diverse community, and it's made up of a lot of really interesting people. It's actually about trying to get people more involved in the area, and particularly the new migrants with people who are already living here. I think that the people in the area play an amazing part in trying to make things better for each other.
We feel safety. We have so nice neighbors, help me a lot of time.
I see too many different countries, too many different people I see. That's why I'm have a skate with my family. But now I'm see that people is good. I'm like that country for Glasgow, because it's good people.
Maybe it's joint education, maybe we have to be educated on what their cultures are so that we can meet halfway. There has to be a level of acceptance on both sides.
The work that we've been doing in the back courts has been really very important, because it's work in back courts of the unimproved properties in Govanhill, which have seen massive migration over the last 4 to 5 years, and a lot of overcrowding of houses.
Sometimes it feels like we only ever hear the bad things about Govanhill, and there are big challenges to be overcome. But there's lots and lots of great things happening in Govanhill as well to try to get over these challenges. The back court scheme, for example, which was funded by the Scottish Government, is just one example of that. And I really want to see everybody in Govanhill working together so that we can overcome the challenges and make sure that Govanhill is a great place for people to stay.
From when they started to when they finished it, they seemed to do it really quickly. And they gave us the options as to what we wanted to put in and how we wanted to look, and they did the designs and met back up with us and showed us the designs. We were able to put any changes into them and feed into it, so I think that was really positive and well done.
It makes you proud, you know, to see that the things that you've done in Govanhill is making an effect.
I think the back courtyards look fantastic, really modern, nice and clean and crisp. The flats, there've been a lot of work put into them. All the new double glazing makes the whole property look a lot better.
I've had a lot of support in my house. When I came out of hospital, my balance was bad and I needed support for standing in the shower and stuff like that, so various handrails and things put in.
I think the Housing Association does a fantastic job. I think the beauty of what Govanhill Housing Association does is that yes, it's a housing provider, but it does more than that as well. Govanhill Housing Association is very much at the heart of the community in Govanhill, looking to address some of the wider issues, and that's what a good housing provider should be.
The children in this area deserve to grow up in better housing, to have better health because of that, to have better opportunities, to go to university, to get education, to get employment if they want that. A lot of these things seem to be quite far out of reach for the population in Govanhill just now, and really that's what we're striving for.
My children are really the most important thing in my life. I just hope for happiness and contentment for them and a good life.
My ideal world would be colourful. I would love everybody to be happy. And if anybody's sad, let's deal with it, you know, and let's help each other.
If we can keep the place tidy, keep it looking good, that would be really good, you know, to make Govanhill a better place to live and work.
I want it to be cleaner, better, and everybody communicating together, for people to acknowledge each other and smile and you know that they can trust their neighbours.
For all the ethnic groups and everything, everybody to get on with each other, you know, not just as gardeners or in a workplace, but I mean in the community as well.
I think it is important to, you know, give anybody, you know, no matter their background, the chance to be involved in the community and help, you know, make it a better place. Involving different races mixed in with us is also important too, because it gives us all a chance to work together.
If you don't mix and you don't, you know, understand each other's cultures, then how are we going to move forward?
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom